Well, Samuel Clark hasn't always been the Sam. I was a drab little Sam once. Now I know I can be happy as a Sam because I'm beautiful, baby. Did your Sammy say, listen to your heart, be who you are on the inside? Okay, I'm not gonna recite the entire song. Don't ask. Oh, God. Okay, so I'm a bit behind with making this review. I got these guys almost 2 weeks ago. The reason why I'm behind on making this review, as well as only getting 3 videos out this month, is because I've been focused on schoolwork and, well, I don't know. Well, that's the reason why I haven't been able to get this review out. But like, I don't know, in general this year with both community posts and videos, I just haven't been posting as much, both because of school and because of, well, laziness, which is why, most of my videos are uh, just under a minute long. But yeah, so got Motorized Thomas with Scruffy and Rosie with Red Trolls and Truck not long after I had done the review on Thomas, Percy, James, and Gordon, who are back there. I got Thomas and Scruffy, I got them, I think, because I made that review. I filmed that review the day before I posted it on YouTube, and I had purchased Thomas and Scruffy a few days prior off of Amazon for pre-order, and then I got Rosie that same day. I had published a video off of eBay from that Rare Waves seller, which I got the motorized duck from. So yeah, Rosie came first, and then because of Amazon taking so long as usual, these guys came afterwards. So yeah, but I was either way, since I bought them at around the same time, whether Scruffy was gonna come in first or not, I was still going to, just make this duo unboxing, because I wasn't just going to unbox Scruffy by himself. Even if I didn't get Rosie this early, I more than likely would have just unboxed Thomas and Scruffy off screen, because I wasn't just going to do a review on, well, this, and the only new thing being Scruffy, which, he's cool, but nothing worthwhile, nothing really that I would spend time to, make a video review on. So I got them both here, so I'm gonna box them both here in this video. Now, I've been going back and forth on whether I should make this video an unboxing video, because, if you had watched the last one, you would know that I did the unboxing off screen. And the reason why I was going back and forth on this one is because, one, it's just 2, and 3, if you remember that brief glimpse of the packaging debris from my last video, you might have noticed that I didn't unbox these correctly, and I found out I didn't unbox them correctly, because I kind of just I cut through the tape here, and then I cut this open, and yeah, that's not how you're supposed to unbox these. Apparently they have this push out thing. I don't know what these things are called, but you're supposed to push this out, and that's how you get the trains out. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter, but something like that. It's supposed to be like that. I didn't see that. I didn't know that you're supposed to unbox them like that. I didn't watch any other unboxing reviews on these, but yeah, that's how you're supposed to do them. So yeah, and then you twist these plastic things. I don't know. It was actually kind of easier before, especially since I have long nails, when these weren't in the way. I'm trying. Or, I struggled with these initially, but... Okay. I'm trying not to pad this thing out, but I kind of am. And I don't mean to, but, like, this is the problem when you have long nails and you don't want to break them. Yeah, some people told me to, like, cut my long nails in my last video, and, like, I'm stubborn. I cut my nails when I choose to. Okay, I got Thomas out. Alright. Now it's this ass turn. And almost got him. There we go. Alright. So that's them out of the packaging. Let me just see the side. Okay, they look good. I was just trying to make sure that they weren't defected. I was trying to make sure that they weren't defected onto our side. Okay, now it's Rosalind's turn. Okay, she was easy. Well, that's because I actually got it out correctly. Alright. So, I also found out earlier this morning that the new motorized trains have actually hit Walmart's, not where, well, I don't know where I'm at, if they've reached New Jersey, but there has been a reporting of the new motorized trains at Walmart, and, like, they got these guys, like everyone that I have here, plus Diesel. I don't know about Emily, though. The person who posted it on Twitter didn't like have Emily, so I don't know if she's, you know, arrived yet, how long it'll be till she starts appearing in Walmart. But yeah, I don't think they'll be at my Walmart because that signing was in California and I'm in New Jersey, so I don't know if they'll be here where I'm at, like, now. But, you know, in the future, next time I go to Walmart, I'll definitely check. And speaking of checking at stores, I'll talk about my me trying to search for the new Metal Collection toys at Target later, because I got a little fun story with that. And come on, I almost got her out. There we go. Okay, that was tedious. All right, here they are. Okay, first I'm gonna look at Thomas and Scruffy. So, of course, this Thomas here is just the same as the one from the regular 2-pack. I will say that this Thomas that I have is in better quality than this one, I noticed, because, let me go through it, because the handrails were a bit scraped up on that side, and I think his left is actually pretty fine, and you might not be able to see on camera. I definitely can't see on camera from the way how I'm looking through it. But he actually has a dent on his nose, my version. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, this one is pretty much perfect all around, thankfully. So I'll definitely be using this one. He does have a bit of a scratch mark on his iris there. And, you know, his window sticker detail is a bit off center, but that's fine. I don't care. And also, I forgot to say, I did make all of the trains free roll. I took the motors out. It was a bit hard because before I went ahead and, like, unscrewed them, I didn't actually know that you had to. There was actually a bit more work into actually taking apart the chassis and taking the motor out. It isn't just like with the Trackmaster Revolution and original motorized trains, in which, you know, you just unscrew the chassis and, you know, it isn't. It's a bit hard for me to explain, but, you know, someone has covered it how you like take the motors out of the new motorized trains, but you know, they're not held together with screws. You have to, like, use something like a screwdriver and able to take those chassis apart, at least with the smaller engines. With the larger engines and Rosie, it's a bit more difficult, but no, that's a topic for another video. All right, let's get on to Scruffy, and I really like Scruffy. So he was definitely a surprise. Yesterday was a surprise. I don't know if I'll be getting this out on the day that I'm recording this, but yesterday got a bunch of new character confirmations for the diecast line, and Bruh, they did Rebecca dirty. When's she coming back? Because we got freaking Brian from Family Guy, Stepney, Hector. And yeah, like, I mean, Scruffy kind of makes sense just because, well, besides Bulstrode and I guess Jeremy, he was one of the more, like, recent characters, who didn't appear in the CGI series to appear in merchandise. But yeah, I think Scruffy's design is really good. Now, the face, I'm surprised. A lot of people don't like Scruffy's face. And, they say it's ugly. And whenever I see someone say Scruffy is ugly, I'm just like, do you expect him to be attractive? He was never attractive to begin with. Like the ugly face works for Scruffy. And it definitely looks good here because for one thing, like, even though I don't have a problem with the faces for the most part, I do think that Scruffy's does look a bit more normal because he isn't, smiling, and the angry face definitely not only does it work for him, but it just makes the face overall look a bit more natural. And, again, Scruffy is supposed to be an ugly character, and I do like how he still has that bulbous nose that he had in the original series. And his I don't think his chin was as... Yeah, he's definitely a bit more, I guess, fattened up in his face. But, again, not only does it look good on him, but it looks quite natural. And that's why I think Scruffy's face is, like, up there as one of the best face redesigns of this new series. I really like it. It works for him. Here's his side. As most of you already know, his lettering has been engraved. As opposed to being painted on, it's now, like, it's painted on wood panels that are now embedded into his frames, which, yeah, I'm fine with. That's an interesting change. And, yeah, not much to really say on Scruffy. Like, it's a simple design. He's a truck, okay? But, the face, I think it's a really good face. Like, that's a great face. I like it a lot. I also forgot to talk about that his teeth are now inverted. I feel like maybe the reason why they inverted his teeth is probably because maybe they thought that, they probably want... Like, a lot of people are assuming that the trucks are going to be the main antagonists of the series, and I guess I can see that. Like, I definitely think they'll be antagonists. Main antagonists, I don't know. I doubt Diesel will be an antagonist, but, it's whatever. And, like, I'm guessing, of course, Scruffy is supposed to be the leader and all. I feel like maybe the reason why they inverted his teeth is because they thought having the one tooth might make him look baby-like, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense. They wouldn't want him to look baby-like with just the one tooth at the bottom of his mouth. So they, inverted it and gave him a gap in his teeth, make him look more, I guess, more like a mob boss. If any mob bosses look like this, I wouldn't know. Okay, so yeah, Scruffy's great, and you already know how I feel about Thomas. At least this one looks better. So yeah, now on to Rosie. Of course, I'm gonna look at the rolling stock first. So, like with Scruffy, I really like the new face designs of the trolls and trucks, and once again, I'm baffled that the opinions for the new truck faces seem to be split amongst people, because I've seen people who like them and others who don't. And I thought a lot more people would like the new Trolls and Truck faces, especially because of how they looked in the CGI series. And I'm saying that as a person who prefers the way how the truck faces look in the CGI series, even though they only ever made, well, not counting Nitrogen's faces, two, no, actually, no, because Janfield made two different face designs. The one for the tankers and sleigh trucks, and a one boxcar with really jacked up teeth. But yeah, I thought, more people would be more happy about the new truck faces because they look a lot more like their faces in the model series. And I know some people do have problems with how they looked in the CGI series. So yeah, I thought a lot more people would be cool with this, but I guess not. What I am cool with is the fact that they actually included a Charleston truck with Rosie. Since, they did it with Rosie, they did it with Diesel, they didn't do it for Thomas for some stupid reason, but they really should have because, well, what am I saying? They did! But yeah, there was no point in I'm just gonna let it be. But yeah. So, yeah, there's nothing really special about this besides the face, but I'm glad that it's a Charleston truck, and I like the fact that it's red and it's paired with Rosie. Know that this Charleston truck is also being released with Diesel in the Metal Collection line, which that's cool and all. I'm just saying, it's interesting because you have them paired with Rosie here, and then you have them paired up with Diesel. Not that it matters because, well, yeah, why does it matter? But yeah. I don't know if I should compare them to Scruffy or not. Of course, they reuse the same molds. Of course, well, mostly it's just that this one was modified to accommodate Scruffy's larger face. And I guess I could have compared it to with Thomas's freight car. There's not much different about them, so yeah, they're the same mold, I think, maybe, or no, actually, that's different. That's different, isn't it? The paneling, it's not actually the same, or actually, no, wait, it is the same, it's just going in different directions on all of them. Let me see. I'm blind. There we go. Yeah. So they do reuse the same paneling. It's just that these two are facing the opposite direction to Scruffy's. Okay. That's interesting. Didn't know that. All right. Now, let's get on to Rosie. Now, I should have said this before. So I mentioned that I got Rosie off of eBay from Rareways, and this costed about $24. Now, I definitely could have waited, until she actually arrived in the U.S., which she has. I don't know if she has arrived in New Jersey yet, but, I could have waited till then to buy her, get her, a little over $10 cheaper. But, I made the exception just because it wasn't that bad, and also I just really wanted to get my hands on Rosie because so far she is the best looking motorized toy out of this lot. She looks incredible, and I think the biggest thing that really drew me into her, proportions, but I think the main thing that drew me into her was her lamp, which is fully painted, unlike her Metal Collection toy, which just has the front painted. Yeah, I don't know. That was just an eye catcher to me. So yeah, Rosie looks incredible. I love her. Face, I think it's all right. Again, another mixed face amongst people, but I think she's all right. A lot of people say that this new face makes her look more tomboy and I kind of see it, but she's not the only character to have this kind of expression. That doesn't really determine what her personality will be in this new series. She didn't really show off many tomboyish traits in the original series, at least in my opinion, just because, she didn't really do much. I don't know, she could in the reboot, but I don't know, yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see. But yeah, I think her new face looks fine. She kind of looks like this woman that I've seen in her new face reminds me of a girl that I see on YouTube. I can't remember her name though. But yeah. So portions are great. Same thing with the detail. They still haven't bothered to make both the running board, or I don't know, base, buffer beam, running board, whatever, and wheels the same shade of red. I don't know why Mattel still hasn't managed to correct that, because yeah, I think all of Rosie's red merchandise that Mattel has made has never depicted her buffer beam and wheels as the same shade of red. Like it's either both are the same cherry red color, or either one is this red and that red. But that's just a minor nitpick. Um, there's her back with her tail lamp. One critique that I do have is the fact that she has a whistle detailing on her sticker, and yet they also molded it. I don't get that. So she has two whistles, and I mean, you can't really see it all that much from certain angles, but still, I don't. How does that even happen? And like, why did it happen? Because it's not like Thomas or Percy have the same problem. So yeah, I don't know why it's like that for Rosie, but it's whatever. Um yeah, not much more to really excuse me. Not much more to say on Rosie really, but yeah, I just really like the look of her toy, and excuse me again. Good grief. I haven't even eaten so far today. But yeah, this is our first, not counting Play Rail, our first like new motorized Trackmaster Rosie since I think, well, I guess counting the last time she was, being produced, I think it was in 2013, I want to say. I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, crazy that like Mattel never made. I mean, it kind of makes sense, sort of not. Actually, no, it doesn't, because they made a wood and push along model of her, but they never made a new Trackmaster Evolution model. So I don't know what was stopping them from doing it, but um, but yeah, I'm glad that they have now, and glad that she looks as good as she does. Forgot to say, she does unfortunately have like a little paint chip on her lamp there, if you can see. Not sure if I'll touch that later or not, but it's whatever. Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to conclude my review on Rosie and Scruffy. Overall, I think the both of them, plus the Trolls and Truck, and you already know how I feel about Thomas, are great. So yeah. Now, I feel bad. I completely neglected to talk about Nia earlier when I was talking about how the motorized trains have reached Walmarts in the US. Now, when I saw that image, I said that I didn't see Emily there. I also didn't see Nia. I don't know about Gordon, but I didn't see Nia or Emily there. So I don't know if they're going to be available at Walmart at this time, but I just have to wait and see. Now, it would be great if I were to get Diesel, Emily, and Nia at the same time. That way I can review them all in the same video, or around the same time. But I don't know if, like, let's say I get Nia, far ahead of Diesel and Emily. I could do their review separate, so I'll make Nia's a single and then do Emily and Diesel together. I don't know, but it probably would still be wise to, just do all three of them together in the same video. So, if that happens, that's what I'll do. I'll do the three of them together in the same video, but I don't know when that's going to happen. Now, I do want to talk about the new Metal Collection toys because they have been surfacing Targets in the US recently. Now, the last 2 weeks, I have checked at two different Targets that are close to where I live, and unfortunately, they don't have any of them in stock. And at the time of me recording this, they still don't. However, I have found out a way from someone on Twitter on how to find other Targets close to you, like relatively close to you, that do carry the new Metal Collection toys. And there are a few Targets located in New Jersey that do carry the new toys. Now, yeah, they're in New Jersey, but they're a bit further away. We don't go to those Targets, so that's gonna have to wait until the weekend. I'll check during the weekend to see if they have them. They should, hopefully. I don't know they'll have Oliver and Toad just because I've heard that like they usually only have one Oliver and Toad per uh uh what are they called, like assortment. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll have luck with finding him there, but it's whatever. I'm just trying to get what I want there, and if they have them, I do also know that they have been seen noticed at Marshalls too. Might check there as well, but yeah, that's a maybe. I don't know. I don't think because yeah, I'll just see what happens come the weekend. That's when I'll go to see for myself. But yeah, I I don't know if I should rank. Okay, well, I didn't rank these guys in numbers last time. I think I just said who was my favorite, which was Thomas, then Percy, then Gordon, James, and like I don't know if I can really put the trucks anywhere just because they're not engines. I mean, they're pretty standard. Like they're good enough on their own because well, they're simple rolling stock pieces with faces. But I don't know. I guess on par with Thomas, and then Rosie would be my favorite, like I said. Anyway, with these guys now acquired, I'll of course be making the both of them free roll, and so I think everyone else is pretty much doing the same thing, when getting the two Thomases. So with this Thomas, I'm gonna keep as normal. With that Thomas, for when I get Nia, I'm going to, rip that couple. It's not even a coupling. It's the attachment with her and her minecart off her and replace it with the coupling from this Thomas. I could modify the minecart too, but I'm not that skilled and I don't feel like it. So yeah, I'm just gonna replace Nia's coupling for when I get her. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Maybe, I guess, I don't care. And I don't know. I'll do a video on the Grumpy Passenger next. You'll never be quite as Sammy. You wish you were nice and Sammy.